We've all seen these coffee mocha pots. They're pretty good. They're handy. They'll make some pretty strong coffee for you. But they've got a problem. When you put your water in here, put your coffee in here, and you stick it on the stove, well, that water boils, creates pressure. It pushes the water up through the grounds and you end up with coffee. However, in order to achieve a reasonable pressure of steam, and we are talking steam here, it needs to be above boiling point. Well, when you get above boiling point in a pressure vessel, you end up with a higher temperature than 100 degrees C, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So that ends up scorching the coffee, and you get a nice burnt coffee flavor. Now, if you don't have, say, a dark roast coffee, and you put some regular coffee grounds in here, you might end up with a dark roast coffee in the end. Maybe that's what you were looking for, maybe that's not. I got here a modification, slightly larger one, but I've removed the pressure relief valve. And it's a little doohickey that if you overpressure it, instead of turning into a little steam explosion on your stovetop and causing a lot of damage and certainly a lot of cleanup, it'll just pop off and vent the gas before the rest of the main body ruptures. Well, this modification, I've put a little hose there with an inserted wedge. It's actually off of a big pin. Pinches it in there under pressure. And on the other side, just your standard little hand bicycle pump. So what this is going to allow me to do, fill this up with water, hot water of course, just like you would normally do. Of course you want to get it to right about where that valve is, and you drop your coffee in. Now instead of putting this back on the stove, of course I would melt this vinyl tube. What I'm going to do is use the bicycle pump to manually increase the pressure so that it brews coffee at a more appropriate temperature. Now, espresso, it's espresso, that's the espresso you didn't want anymore. Espresso should be brewed about 9 bar at about 90 degrees centigrade, which is anticipatory of regular coffee. See, I'm pausing here. Well, anyways, let's get to it. I'm going to leave the top open. Hopefully it doesn't spray everywhere. But I'm going to do this so that you can see that as I pump, it makes coffee. Now the advantage of this, of course, is that the water temperature stays in the appropriate zone and you don't end up with burnt coffee. It's also a little bit faster, as long as you have water that's already coming out. I'm going to keep going. It's so much fun, too. You really have to work for your coffee. Now, because the water is not actually boiling, it does leave a nice crema. Versus if that was scalding hot above the normal boiling temperature of water, which you would get in the normal usage of this device, that crema would just disappear and dissolve right in. I'm going to cheat and do a little bit more. It doesn't really add much, as you see. Once it's finished, it's pretty much finished. Anyways, there you go. Not the greatest cup of the coffee, but it's better than what normally comes out of these mocha pots. Check your chicken into the chicken bench. Have a good day.